We're good?
Yes.
All right, call the meeting to order. Stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Any additions or changes to the agenda?
I have none.
Nope. I'll make a motion to accept the agenda.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Consent agenda items. Madam Clerk, would you like to go over those?
So I have the minutes from the regular town council meeting dated September 9th, 2025. The APVs for this month, 10/1 to 10/31, were $16,626.37. Payrolls 10/8, 10/22, and 10/31, $31,682.45. And I had the bank rec and the statements for you.
Any questions or comments on the consent agenda?
Nope. I'll make a motion we accept the consent agenda.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Any town attorney items?
Just an update on the tort case. The insurance company's attorney has contacted him for certain little things. No actual update.
Thank you. Any update from Daniel?
No, everything's been good, so very quiet.
Great. Department reports. Please.
Looking for a new vehicle. Had one deployment last month, like 0 on a traffic stop, which he learned on the car and the subsequent search. We looked at 27 grams of methamphetamine. And so a guy got arrested for that and a parole violation, and we have that. Other than that, Halloween went great. Plenty of officers out there, kids look like they had fun. So
Yeah, I saw several of them around the town. That was good.
try to beef up the patrols. We're hearing about the traffic. We're doing what we can to get guys out there, get guys on Lincoln Way, and I mean it's happening all over. People are just disregarding the traffic laws, so guys are enforcing it. Other than that, I don't have anything else.
Thank you. Street, I don't think anyone's here from street. Anything in particular from code?
I don't know. Not really.
Not much, just SRM has been the biggest concern. Other than that, just getting a certified letter sent out, getting properties cleaned up. That's about it recently.
Correct. What?
We've been getting a couple bags,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Anything from you? All right, any questions regarding the department reports?
I'll make a comment in regards to the SRM. We do currently have they have a zoning violation for equipment on the west side of the property, where it has to be offset 50 foot from basswood. So that has been sent off, and basically they've got a week to comply before fines, and so they're aware of that issue and are working on rectifying that issue.
They've acknowledged the.
Yes. So I'm not sure as to how quickly that will get addressed, but they're aware that they will be getting fined. So
Appreciate the update.
That's fine for what?
so there along Basswood there is the zoning ordinance for industrial up against residential. There is a 50-foot easement on properties that are in industrial that butt up against residential. So basically all of their semi-permanent equipment will have to basically move to the opposite side of their property, and won't be able to be on that property line on Basswood. So in the commercial district, you're allowed 5-foot easement on your property line, or basically be 5 feet off of the property line for your easement. But when you're up against the residential, it's 50 foot. So basically, they'll have to shift all the operations to the opposite side of their property in order to comply with zoning regulations.
And if they don't, because he was over at my house and said he's not moving.
Oh, they are. They're planning on moving it. We've talked to corporate. They'll be fined daily if they don't, and it would be basically $300 a day if they don't move it. So,
Were they given a timeline as to accomplish this, or is it just an ongoing?
so it is. The fines would start at. We gave notice last week, so it'd be at basically like end of this week is when fines would begin. Now they said that it might take them another basically 2 weeks from when we sent the letter to get stuff moved. So
$300 a day is cakewalk for them.
Oh, absolutely.
For
Well-
a multi-million-dollar business.
yeah, well we can get further into that in public comment, but
Is there a motion on department reports?
I'll make a motion that we accept department reports.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any unfinished business? I believe there is.
I mean, just park updates. Park improvements are coming along. Waiting on light poles to come in and waiting on AEP. But those are kind of the two finishing things up for this year, and waiting on some grant requests that we've applied for the park to come in, and we'll go from there.
Okay, we've had several good work days.
Yeah. Good public work days.
Yep.
Made some good progress.
Any other new business? Nothing wrong. Okay, we will now open it up for public comment. If you'd like to come to the podium, you can address the council. Please state your name and address.
My name is Christopher Blaisdell, 57491 Basswood Road. I am directly in contact with what they consider renegade dust. I think that's what the technical term is for it. We understand that there's a time frame for moving the equipment, and I'll be honest with you, they've quieted down. My biggest problem was 3 o'clock in the morning. I don't care what business you are, it's uncalled for. I don't mind the trucks running at 3 o'clock in the morning, but when we've got a huge machine making huge noises and destroying my foundation, that's a problem. We moved to Osceola. I moved to Osceola to have some peace. Now I know I was aware of a concrete company being there when I first got there. But that concrete company, I didn't have any issues with. He told me 2 days a month he would crush concrete. He had that machine on the east end of the property, didn't have an issue. Now I've got property damage, which is, I think you and I talked, and estimated about $65,000. That goes between my water and my well because it's contaminated. My pool is contaminated, hot tub's contaminated, my furnace is contaminated, and everything on my siding and roof are contaminated. You can't get that dust off with just a hose and some soap. No. The guy totally sent over a bucket with solution. Now, I don't know how to use the solution. It's acidic. Whether you expect me to wash it off or not, as far as the company goes, I don't know the first thing about it. I could destroy my house even more, and I think that's what the thought process was. So, considering property damage and all that, I just want to motion to you guys to understand that we're not sleeping at night because of the noise, and we're struggling to live in Osceola because of the dust. If you walk onto my property at 57491 Basswood Road, you'll look like you're walking through flour because the dust kicks up everywhere. I've not mowed since. I'm afraid to mow. I have a $6,000 mower. I don't want to destroy that either. All I'm saying to you guys is we're reaching out, and the reason we're here, we don't have a problem with Osceola and what you guys do. We love it here, and I think I can vouch for everybody here. The problem is when you have new people come in, I think they need to follow what we've gone through in the past, which made us a comfortable, safe, but yet great place to live. So with that being said, I just wanted you guys to think about how much we're struggling on that side of 3rd Street. And we appreciate what you're going through, but you won't hear the end of it from us until something gets resolved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have you had any updates from IDEM?
So IDEM is supposed to be out there surveying the property. He surveyed my property 3 times already. He's caught it twice with the renegade dust. As we all know, with the government shutdown, EPA is hard to get a hold of.
Yeah.
But his plan is afterwards we're going to get with EPA because what we see on Google search, which obviously was a long time ago, you can see runoff from JW Concrete. And that runoff is still happening. It's because the property is not excavated the right way, so now it's all leaking onto my property. So I own the 2 lots. The first one with the red house, the other one was acquired by I think the last name was the Brennans, or Brenners, but I own both lots. So now over on the southeast, or it'd be east corner of my property, runoff is coming onto mine. You can see it's affecting my trees. They're starting to turn. And we all know how tree cleanup goes. It's not cheap anymore. You can't just find some guy to come cut something up. Trust me, I've tried. But with that, I'm just waiting on regulation. He told me he was supposed to get back to me either this week or the next.
Okay.
So as soon as that happens, I will contact you and see what he wants to go further. I mean, it's a violation of that, but sometime this week they're supposed to come test my water. They're supposed to come test the water in my pool, just to make sure. I mean, you can just see the dust sitting on top of it.
Yeah.
And no, I have not had a chance to close it because when I'm out there, I have to be able to see and breathe, and that's impossible.
Yeah.
So, any other questions?
No, I was just I was curious on that.
Yeah.
You know, so.
Hey everyone, my name is Laura Reynolds and I live at 5759 Basswood Road. I just purchased the home a little over a year ago, prior to the SRM or whatever it's called moving in there. It was JW at the time. It was a very quiet, simple place. I had spoke with because I have a few folks in here that I know prior to moving in there. They said it was a great community to live in. They said it was nice and quiet and peaceful. So we moved in. Everything's been amazing until a few months ago. About the 3rd week of September, I started noticing and videoing, which I have hundreds of videos, hundreds, because I'm in the crossfire. I'm dead square in front of that company. They have the machines dead square. Feet, I'm losing my mind, feet from my home. And it starts at 2 or 3 in the morning, and it shakes and rattles and vibrates my whole entire home, 6 days a week. That's just the noise. The air quality, we have no air in our homes anymore inside my home. I have spent, just this weekend alone, over 60 hours scrubbing and scrubbing and scrubbing the interior of my home to try and remove the cement dust that does not want to come off. That home is brand new. It was just remodeled inside. I just spent 60-some thousand remodeling the outside of it, and it is destroyed. Everything on my property, my vehicles, my home, my water, my trees, my animals, my sanctuary that I built that took me months to build, is all destroyed because of this company. I can't sit out on my deck. I can't walk in my yard. I can't breathe inside my own home. I have sealed off every window in my house. I've sealed off every door. I have filters on everything, trying to blow it all back out, and I still cannot breathe in my home. This is absolutely absurd what this company is doing to us residents. If you saw the videos I have, because I'm home all day, I retired and quit my job to stay home. And I did not spend $500,000 on this home to live like this in this town. Something absolutely has to be done about this, because us residents, this is not okay. This is absolute. Come to my home and sit with me. Come walk through Chris said it. Walk through our yards. It's flower. You can't mow. My animals can't go out in the yard. You can't leave your windows down. You can't open your windows in your home. I have this much cement dust in my house. My purifiers are black. I have to scrub the cement out of them. It's layered in all my towels and blankets and bedding and clothes, and it's in everything. Something has to be done. I don't want to hear that they're not going to comply. They don't care. They're a multi-billion-dollar industry. I've already researched it. I've already researched them. They are literally, there's 23 of these across the United States. They don't care about us. There's like 5 or 7 of the homes that they're annihilating. They don't give 2 snots about us. But we have to live with it. And they started going hard about 6 weeks ago. And the only reason I know they're laying low right now is because I won't stop. I'm on the phone every single day. I'm calling Washington, D.C. I'm calling the state. I'm calling the county. I'm calling the city. And I will not stop until something is done because I cannot. It's killing us. Do you guys know the cement dust is very toxic? It's very toxic. It's very extremely toxic. But you guys don't live across from it. Chris and I are in the direct, we're feet from it. I'm talking feet. You've been to my house, you already know. Literally, it's a one single little lane road, and right there they are, and they put all their machines dead square in front of our 2 homes. We can't live like this. I don't want to wait another week. I don't want to wait another month. I want to be able to go out in my yard, but I can't. I can't even be inside my own home. We should not be in them homes right now, currently, because I can't get rid of the dust, the cement. I'm inhaling, I'm breathing, and I'm tired of feeling sick. This is not okay. I moved here to have peace and enjoy myself and enjoy my retirement. I am so miserable. I hate it here. I can't take being here. You guys got to do something about this. Please, I beg of you. You have to take care of us. I don't care that we're Osceola County. We're still Osceola. We still matter. Whether they're city and we're county, we still matter and we're still Osceola. So something has to be done. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other public comment?
I just want to show these pictures, just a couple pictures, what they're supposed to be controlling the dust. Just hundreds of my pictures that I printed. I mean, I just brought a couple. This is what it looks like daily, all the time.
Can I see this? Oh, it's way worse than that. It's way
Yeah,
worse.
I mean, this is an example. When I drive by, this is what right here what we see. And, you know, Indiana right here shows that they are supposed to be watering their place of stay. I mean, they're supposed to be watering the whole grounds everywhere, so these trucks are not creating all this dust and all that stuff. And Indiana right here, I got a whole thing of Indiana where they're saying that they're allowing this stuff to pollute into the air like this. This is not allowed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm on the phone exactly what she is, day in, day out, trying to get a hold of somebody. And, you know, of course, all this shut down right now, but
I was able to go with IDEM or whatever it's called, state. I've got them out here every day checking on it.
it's also that 2-3 o'clock in the morning stuff.
Absolutely.
You know, just pounding the trucks and
You gotta
right.
get
There's got to be some kind of time where they should be allowed to operate that early in the mornings like that.
The only few things I have to add, I guess I don't live directly across from it, but if you have any doubts, spend 20 minutes over there. Come stand for 20 minutes and watch.
So wait till the wind starts blowing out of the south.
Right.
Towards, it's blowing out of the east right now, right? Yeah.
My only additions would be, we talked about dust and everything, we haven't talked about their parking. You can't see to get off of their end of Basswood. You can't do it. I stopped over at Laura's house.
I see
You
a
can't
school bus
see.
almost getting a wreck right there.
You cannot. Number one, if you can see through the dust, it's a miracle. Number two, you have to be halfway into 3rd Street to see around it. You may as well just cross the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So dust and all that aside, it's just they're compiling things. They're compiling things. I went out trying to clean the road, and they come out yelling at me, "Wash our cars!" And I'm cleaning the road. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help. I'm not creating issues. My family's been in my house since 1960. Never had issue with anybody, ever, not one. I'm trying to clean up the road and they come out and they send two of the biggest dudes. I'm sure it was intentional, I can't be sure, but two 6'3", 300-pound guys come out hollering this and that because I'm cleaning the street. It's absurd. I never once went over there and said anything to them. And I think we'd be rightly justified in it, but nonetheless, it's just one thing after another. I don't want to stop with the dust and this and that. It's an unsafe road. I leave for work at 4 o'clock in the morning. They'll pull right out in front of you. They don't care if you're there or not.
They don't.
Personal cars, concrete trucks. I had one follow me all the way into Elkhart past County Road 1 the other day. Minding my own business. Pulled out, he took off, I tapped the brakes, he hit the brakes, I said, okay. Creep out, on my butt, 10 foot from me, all the way into Elkhart. All because I went out to clean the street one day. So I don't even go outside. I go outside, play with my kids when it's nice enough, and we go inside.
We have a lot of trouble with the cement trucks and the trucks that are bringing product to the cement company coming in from Cottage, coming down the road, the big trucks, and it's a no truck zone. And if you say he goes down to the company, he doesn't approach the drivers, but he goes down to talk to the manager, and the truck drivers they just put their hands up and shrug their shoulders like, you know, it's almost like they're saying, we don't give a damn.
Yeah.
We're gonna do whatever we wanna do to get it there as quick as we can. And it's breaking the road down.
Yeah, but that situation, by being so persistent, kind of got that straightened out. There's not very much of that like it used to. Only trouble we get is the LTL carriers coming in off of Cottage and coming down there, because I think they're too lazy to a blindside into that Band-Aid place instead of side into it.
Yeah.
And they keep that's a big problem right now.
Well,
we even called the trucking companies, but they don't seem to do it. But as far as like what she said, we did have a big problem with that. But I think by my persistency, going down there all the time.
If he sees one come down, he's down there at the company.
Good.
And the manager, he kind of got that straightened out, pretty much. But the other stuff is.
Yeah, they have been part of the zoning letter that we sent to them also addressed that they have to have adequate parking for their vehicles in their lot, and that they also have to maintain keeping the street clean. You know, we're unfortunately not a regulatory body for dust, or we can't, you know, we can't do anything about that aspect of it. IDEM is, and the EPA is, and so hopefully hopefully IDEM is being active on it and addressing that, and we really hope that they take, you know, corrective action on that as soon as possible.
I just wonder if when they move into another area, have they done the same thing to that area? You know, is this an ongoing deal with this company that they just move in, buy a company, or like the JW did, and just go like crazy to ramp it up?
Yeah, our property is right behind the two of them.
A little ways
And
away, but still.
his family was the first one to build on that road, and that was back in 1946. And he was born in 45, so he's lived there all his life. I mean, all of his life.
Yeah.
And we have a little screen house, and we can sit out there, and there's days we can't even see their property.
Mm-hmm.
It's so engulfed in this cement dust.
Yeah.
And I went down there and I said, tell me what properties are in that dust that we're breathing and it's going into our groundwater. And he said, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And here it's pluming up right behind him, but he doesn't know what I'm talking about.
He told me nature takes
So,
over.
Yeah.
you know, it's just a bad situation to have to live in
Yeah.
on a day-to-day basis.
And
Yeah.
it just happened, boom, like that.
Yeah,
Silicon dust is cancerous too.
it's very cancerous.
Yeah, I mean, my strongest thing would be continue to call IDEM on that, and then obviously when federal government opens up, to continue to call EPA on that. On the dust situation, we're obviously looking at it from zoning, what's allowed in the zoning district, and making sure that they make changes to.
So what do we do in the meantime? Can we come stay with you guys in your clean homes where you have clean air?
It's
Well, you spoke about IDM, which is right. You're
Yeah.
absolutely right. Once it becomes an airborne agent, it's part of Indiana
Correct.
Department of Air Quality. and all that.
Prior to that, it's your responsibility.
But when it becomes a layer of dust, and not just a layer, I'm talking multiple layers of dust, and there's property damage, where do we go to then?
That would be a civil issue. Then you'd have to
So that'd be just something we'd have to sue, correct?
correct on that.
I just want to make sure that, and it's not nothing that I don't think these people are coming at you. You're our only hope.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is we again came to this town thinking that it was a safe place to raise kids, to live comfortably and have quiet. Again, I'm going to reiterate this fact. We all knew we moved in towards an industrial lot.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't have a problem with the other ones because they followed the rules. The rules that may or may not have set, because I really didn't look at the rules until this stuff went down.
Yeah.
Nobody really does, right? Everybody's like, who's fixing potholes? All of a sudden, we know. The fact is, we're wondering, other than that, when it comes to property damage, not being able to be outside. I mean, IDM has seen what they've seen.
Yeah.
We're waiting on their report. But with you guys in that aspect, there's nothing you can do as far as the way that they're running.
Especially contaminating the ground with all that concrete.
Yeah.
Right.
That
Everything's white.
again, that would be.
Spread it out throughout their whole plant on the ground like that.
I don't believe that there's anything that would be our authority to intervene.
And we can clarify some of that with our attorney as well.
But I believe all of that would fall under IDEM and EPA.
Could we contact IDM also to see if they can help?
We can contact IDEM as well.
On your behalf, yeah. You've got it.
But yeah, we don't have any, to my knowledge, we have no recourse against that as a town. It would all be either the state or the federal organizations that deal with that.
What's interesting though is I thought to myself, we had spoke before, and you're like, the machines have got to move, and it's probably going to move to the other side. And I'm like, oh, you know what? That's probably fixed. But then I'm looking at those pictures,
It doesn't
and
matter.
I don't think it matters where it goes. It's just still
That's
gonna
just the
fall.
noise part
I
of
think
it.
you're still going to have a problem.
Yeah. Again, I would assume that IDEM would require them to manage that and maintain that. I don't have an answer.
Yeah, I don't know the first thing about concrete. All I know is that I don't think the dust is appropriate.
No.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No, I wouldn't ahead of it.
And we don't disagree with you on that.
Yeah.
No.
But what our regulatory, what we can do as a local government body, I think that is outside of what we can
Well,
do.
who's in charge of the street department?
The town is in charge of the street
The town
department.
is?
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously they're struggling to keep up with it too, because you go down that road and it's picking it up constantly.
Correct, the dust, yeah.
So is that coming out of our property tax to do that?
So they will be responsible, and part of that letter was that they're responsible for maintaining and cleaning any basically contaminants that they bring out onto the road, either dirt, gravel.
And that's not just search, we're talking about Basswood as well, correct?
Yeah. Any dirt or gravel that we brought out on the road by them would be their responsibility to clean
So
up.
is it theirs to clean our homes as well, inside and out?
That would be a civil issue that you would have to deal with. Unfortunately.
So we all got sued.
So what's the plan on them starting to clean the road? I tried and it didn't work, so I know there's 4 inches of dirt in front of their place and at least an inch all the way to the
And
end.
a 5x6 pothole right in front of their place.
Yeah,
Oh
so
my God, that's massive.
on the aspect of the road, obviously we are well aware that that road is past its lifetime for repairs. We have, as of last week, we have sent off for CCMG grant, which is our major funding for road improvements in town, and 3rd Street is on that. One of the aspects of that as well, unfortunately, that's 3rd Street in the town. That doesn't look at what the county, and obviously that's the county's responsibility. But part of that is also in the industrial district, widening it to 3 lanes with a center turn lane. Basically, with the amount of truck traffic in general from all of the industry that is there by other businesses, we feel that would help create a safer environment for for vehicles and
It's just gonna make it easier.
Well, let's be honest, like if you're gonna widen the road, they're not gonna have anywhere to park. Because the fact that they're already halfway
Parking
out
in
on the
the
road.
road.
when they're
That's one
parking.
thing that I can help correct. My guys will help correct that. I know that my officers, my sergeant's already been in to speak to them. We can assist you guys with the issue that you're having with the oversized trucks on your road. We can cite them for that, and we will. You know, I know it's a minor thing to what you guys are bringing up.
Yeah.
But I mean, just to give you something, that's something we can do.
Okay.
I mean, I can enforce that part of it there. I can also enforce the parking there. And like I said, as I said, he's already spoken to him once.
yeah.
They're allowed to park that close to the edge of the road like that
The parking
when
halfway
you're
in the
turning,
road.
when you're trying to turn in and out of the road where you can't see traffic.
The
You
parking
almost
in
gotta
the-
stick your nose way out there in the road just to be able to get around.
I have to pull out halfway in the middle of the road.
So
I'm one of your bigger traffic guys, but unfortunately, about the time this started, as you see, I got laid up a little bit. So like I said, my sergeant's out there. He's spoken to them, and no, they can't obstruct. And we'll be on it, and I'll talk to him again tomorrow about being watching the other side of the road for you guys. You know, that end where those trucks are coming in, we'll put an end to that pretty quick.
Well, it's a huge scare factor because it's a bus route.
Yeah.
You know, and
Yeah.
I could, if I get hit, I've got insurance, okay, you know, I'm ready to meet my maker, but those poor kids, they don't have a choice.
And I know you folks, if any of you that have lived there for an amount of time have seen my guys out there and me out there pulling people over because you guys used to have even a bigger, well, I would say bigger problem, but with the trains when people would, come by your houses at 60, 65 miles an hour.
Right, there's times you can't get her, you
It's
can't.
my guys that you see out there getting them for them. So,
Next question, what about the people that are living there?
so
I watched it again last night.
are they? Are they working there at night or are they?
Oh, sweetheart, no.
Never gonna grow.
Entirely has been miles taxed.
Charlie
And you know,
Banks.
before we had talked, I
Yeah.
said I'd never seen it, but then I saw it.
I watched it
So I
last night.
purposely slept in my front room that was opposite to the corner
Yeah,
to see
these
if I
two
could see
people ain't gonna
anything.
sleep in
The
there.
white
I've been
van.
off for 3 days and I've watched it twice in those 3 days.
Well,
Last night at
we'll send them
7:45
a
minutes
certified
to
letter on
left,
that because that's
9
obviously
o'clock,
not
so-
acceptable. So
There's people living there.
yeah, we'll send a certified letter on that and address that. But yeah, because it's with it being an industrial property, they can't do that.
And there's no time as far as industrials can work? Or-
No, both from what we don't have the strongest noise ordinance policy, but basically going off of what other communities have, St. Joe County and South Bend, in the industrial zones, there's not a timeline for noise or basically for noise ordinance. Now there is, so there is not anything that would prevent them from operating in
Oh,
this.
it's the residential. But I can't play my music loud because I'll piss you off. So I will upset you right next door. But they can be all that noisy.
You can play it as loud as you want. That damn concrete coming in so loud you can't hear it.
But that's crazy.
It is
It's
crazy.
pretty bad
That,
when you guys sleep with a fan on plus earplugs.
Honey, I can't even turn my TV. It's full blast and I still can't hear over that
Yeah.
noise.
but is there any way that we can do anything to petition for some kind of?
We can
noise
look in.
ordinance?
We can look into it and see what the options are.
Yeah, I mean, I can understand when you're in a or because I work in industrial, I mean,
Yeah.
I work for Old Dominion Freight Line. We butt up against a residential as well. But we're so many yards away from that,
Yeah.
it's like over 100 yards, almost 200 yards. We're not making concrete, we're just loud
Yeah.
trucks and the honks of the horn. You know, to be honest, guys, I can deal with that.
Yeah.
But it's the pounding that's shaking
The
my house,
machines and-
again, which is causing more property damage than I'd like because that foundation gives away my house. Let's be honest, that house is at zero value right now with all the dust and that and the noise. But nonetheless, I just want to make sure I'm not missing anything that we can do to petition or any kind of laws or any kind of ordinances that will go into effect with that.
Yeah, we can talk to our lawyers, see what our options are for changing that potentially.
We appreciate all of the feedback and you guys coming out tonight.
Yeah.
obviously, if there was a way that we could magically change it overnight, we would. So you just got to bear with us, and I understand it's an awful situation that's difficult to hear, but we also are limited by what we can do to a certain degree.
It's like a game, who's gonna get cancer first?
Well, it'll be us two first, because we're literally
I'll make a motion that we close public comment.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Announcements. We had a good trunk or treating event. It was 2 weekends ago, I believe.
Yeah.
Was able to kind of show off the park and
Last weekend. No, it's 2 weekends ago. Yeah.
and it was great event. I don't know as far as numbers what they brought in, but
It was a
there
lot.
was a lot of, I know there was a lot of trunks out there. So.
Yeah, a lot of members of the community, a lot of businesses. We appreciate everybody being out there.
And then the Christmas tree lighting, which is coming up right around the corner, will be at the park this year. And it is on December 7th from 6 to 9 p.m. Any other announcements?
I believe that's it. I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.